Oh shit, everybody! It's gonna be a fucking night. And I'm not even kidding. All right, so let's just for the very beginning. Now, I mean, this is more for the people who are gonna show up, who are gonna watch this afterwards, because we're not streaming on Facebook right now. Though hopefully that changes. But because of that, if you're watching on YouTube, share this off. Let people know it because I have two amazing guests, and I can already tell you this is going to be so much fucking fun. So, you know what? There's lots of things that we talk about, but one thing I think we might gloss over is failure. Sometimes you fucked up, and that's okay. But you got to admit it. And you got to move forward. Chuck fucked up. All right, no big deal. You know what? Chuck's been under some stress lately. Things have been a little rough. Cool, no problem. He fucked up. How is he gonna fix it? Because that's the important part. Not the fuck up. We can move past the fuck up. It's how do we learn from it and make for a better situation. I booked two awesome people. Yay! I'm so glad you're here, Brian. Brian, feel free to share this out and show it off because we're not airing on Facebook right now. It's having a hard time with StreamYard. So if you share it around on there, hopefully it'll bring people into the YouTube. Um, if you want to. Anyways, oh my gosh, I had such a cool. Oh yeah. You fuck up, you gotta own it, and or well, you have to. How you deal with it shows the kind of character that you are. So for me, I was like, I gotta own this, and I gotta find a way to make it better. And I double booked Leanne Ingino, a dear friend of mine who has an amazing Kickstarter for Fangs and Foul Play too. Dude, I'm just so excited about that book. I love working with her. She is on another level. Just completely fuck. Man, she's so fucking thorough and just really takes the craft so seriously in like the best way. Brian's presence flusters Chuck. It does. Actually, anybody. I get so excited. New people are here. Oh, it's like a shiny ball. Um, so yeah, we have Leanne here, which is absolutely awesome. And then I double booked with one of my favorite people. I knew the first moment that I met this person, I was like, oh, this is my motherfucker. I love this person. Oh my gosh, April Reyna. She was nice enough to let me and my boys come and hang out with her and her husband Gus and their amazing kids, and we had an amazing, awesome time. They're the best hosts. They're so fucking fun. Um, oh yeah, okay, yeah. Um, there is a Kickstarter for Leanne, and there's a Kickstarter for April. Um, dude, like I said, absolutely love this woman. She is, she brings out the dark trickster in me because she is a dark trickster, and I fucking love her for it. She just, oh, we're gonna have a lot of stories. Anyways, it's gonna be an amazing night. I double booked these two awesome ladies, and I was like, who do I have to say no to? And then I was like, why am I saying no to these two fucking super talented ladies? Get them in a room together and just see what happens. So, like, I think we just gotta fucking do this. So if you're here, share this around, show it off, do what you can, and I'm gonna come back with some absolutely fucking amazing ladies, and we're just gonna have a fucking great time.
Canadian bacon is actually really good, and it's nothing like normal bacon, and it's better than ham, which you guys seem to call Canadian bacon. I'm very good at writing. I write very well. Yeah, it's Shop Talk.
Do some of your audience members like the word fuck? Cool, then I'm gonna keep saying fuck. Because I care.
Boom! Oh, I didn't even bring them in. Ah, that's hilarious. Ah, fuck me. That's so funny.
I forgive you.
I know, I should just like start over, do it again, and then bring it back in again.
Quick, act surprised. Oh, it's us. We're here. And I'm not your motherfucker. I'm your soul sister. Whoa.
I mean, both can be true. Soul sister is a great term. Would you call me soul brother?
No,
I'm your soul man. I'm your soul man. Okay.
But then we're gonna have to like transition to It's Raining Men because
Yeah, just because that's a good jam.
yeah, it is.
And because a big, chunky, hairy, bearded dude singing It's Raining Men is just, it's great, right? It works.
Man, I'm about that bear community.
I have stories about that too. We've got April Reyna.
Here.
We've got Leanne and Ingino. It is going to be such a great night, guys. First, I mean, we're about to go to all sorts of crazy fucking places. But first, please, let's talk about those projects. Okay? April, I'm going to bring you in first.
Oh my gosh.
You have
balls deep in it so fast.
Yeah, it is. I think I feel like that is our style. Just go balls deep, and that's what you've got for us, isn't it?
There is that available on the Kingsober book that I am creating. Oh my gosh. You guys, like when I first started this 3 years ago, it was literally just, oh my gosh, I need an excuse to do anatomy studies. It was incredibly successful. It was literally some of my best work I've ever created in the decade that I've been doing this stuff. Well, not this stuff, but I mean like drawing in general, trying to do comics, trying to do illustration, like all that jam. And I've been drawing, you know, girls for a long time because let's face it, we all know that sells and you got to work twice as hard to get like the other stuff, anything else to move. Except for My Little Ponies, but whatever. So when the COVID shutdown happened, I was just like, well, if I'm going to practice anything, now is the time to do it. It's not like I have to do a bunch of prints for shows and stuff. Let's just see where we go. And I actually did a bunch of very scientific, pull back the skin muscle renditions. They were beautiful, but they were just sketches. There was nothing that I was actually going to be able to like make money off of. Okay. So then a friend of mine, Justin Miller, God bless him, he was like, well, there is an alternative to Inktober since there was all that debacle that happened with the copywriting mumbo jumbo, whatever. You can Wikipedia that shit. Anyway, he's like, oh, there's this awesome like opportunity to like do something a little different. I'm all like, yeah, okay. Oh, you wouldn't be interested because you're a mom. And I'm like, pump those brakes, sir. What you mean? And so he goaded me into giving this a try. Got my, you know, my hackles up, and I was just like, nope, I'm not shying away from a drawing challenge. Like, let's do this toe to toe, mister. I'm in. So he sends me the Kinktober drawing challenge, and I'm just like, the fuck is this? Like, I didn't know what like most of that stuff was. So I got learned and then my husband had to explain to me what privacy settings were, and I was like, Jesus, oh whoops.
So you and I have never discussed this before, but I just realized a similarity between us. Some of our okay, so some of the work that we ended up doing, was like work for hire or whatever, but was what it was, and then we ended up basically getting pulled into the S&M BDSM world. An early book that I edited was originally called Fetish Babies, and yeah, and then it became Barbara Unleashed.
Fetish Brats, and then everybody would have won.
Yeah, right. And then it got rebranded into Barbara Unleashed, which is a great name, actually. I really like that. And really good series, but I learned so much about that culture that I knew nothing about. And that was never your jam beforehand. Yeah.
It still really isn't.
It still really isn't. I love that.
Oh my god, this poor baby. When I get that, this was the first year that I got that unedited list, and I'm like, oh, it wasn't filtered for me this year. I was like, shit. just when I think that I can't be surprised, I'm like, oh my God, this is fantastic and scary. And like, you need to kind of
Was there anything in there where you thought, oh, that sounds like it might not be a terrible thing, and then you see what it is, and you're like, holy fuck, that's messed up.
Scat.
Oh, see, I lived in the Canadian wilderness, so I was aware of what scat was.
I don't know. I was just like, oh, thank God for Urban Dictionary. Oh my God. It's okay. Mama's learned a couple things. That's okay.
So now we have a book based on these Kinktober drawings, and we're kickstarting it.
So every year I go through and I do all the drawings. I actually put the advent calendar up for pre-order. Most sane people would go, oh, I only do one a day. And I'm all like, bring it. There's a few opportunities for me to I've got a couple of ideas and I can get all the ideas down. And then I feel like this kink purges, and then I'm good for about 9 months before it starts spilling over into the normal art again. It just happens. The first year, I didn't have the ambition to put it into a. Please check. There's nothing on the 30th. Oh, okay.
I like that. Yeah, Brian. Absolutely.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
So there was I did not have the ambition to put them into an art book, but I had 2 weeks in of doing these drawings, and I had an outpour of this is some of your best work, and a lot of positive reinforcement to it, because I was scared. I was like, you always hear about these people who are like, oh, if I get branded into drawing super adult stuff, then my art career is over. And yeah. I'm just like, okay, well, I've hit my early 40s, and I just don't give a shit anymore. Don't. I hit 39 and I was like, whatever, COVID happened. And I'm like, you know what? I would rather be happy in the moment, drawing something that I feel energized, positive about, that I can see growth. And I do it once a year during October, and then I'm done. That's what makes this special, is that I don't carry it over into February. I don't carry it over into July. It's not a 24-hour thing for me. I get the anatomy studies done. I put it into a book. You guys get opportunities for cheap art at it. Basically, I don't charge full price for it yet. And it's a great opportunity for me to work on composition, speed, building out backgrounds, trying to not hit just every little low-hanging fruit opportunity for it. So the first year I did a 52-page book. I was really surprised it had that many for a 31-day drawing challenge and never doing it before. The next year I had another 52-page book, and then I had the variant covers on top of that. And then this year I have 63. So we're gonna have next year.
Wow.
I got all of these and a few extra that I need to color still. So we're good. It's fun. I love it. There's a lot of great material. Let me see if there's one that I can actually show.
Hey, we're gonna put that in full screen. Oh wow, okay.
So we've got that manga cybernetics kind of thing.
Yeah.
I got my little cross-dressing prostitute men. I'm working on a mermaid bondage one right now.
Okay.
And then there's just a bunch of inappropriate ones. So I colored these live on Artist Alley Shopping Network.
Oh, fun.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful. I love your color.
Mm-hmm. But I'm trying to do a lot of body positive stuff, whether it's plus size or, super wafy thin, whether it's trans, gay, lesbian, I don't know, orgy style, I don't know, whatever. Like, there's no shame in enjoying passion. And that's what this is supposed to be. It's not just a bunch of,
smut.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it definitely has it. And if you enjoy that type of art, it is there. But it's not porn for the sake of porn. It really is a creative exercise in fantasy overlay, trying to convey passion, trying to be inclusive. Volume 2, every year I manage to get at least one trans person in. Every year I'm able to do at least a couple of gay pieces. It's wonderful to be inclusive. It's wonderful to explore different ethnicities because I know without a shadow of a doubt Caucasian skin tones, and I have to work a little harder to find ethnic skin tones. And so I haven't nailed it yet, but I find myself exploring different coloring techniques to try to, do that. And that's what this is supposed to do. It's supposed to challenge me as an artist. And I feel that. And I can tell the difference between day 1 of October and day 31. It's only been 30 days. Obviously, I can't finish every single piece the day that it happens. But what I do is get the approval process. So every one of them is at least penciled and inked before the end of October. And then I spend that last week of the campaign just finishing up colors. Because at that point, I don't have the onslaught of fucking million things coming at me at once, like it's Star Wars. So, but yeah, so this year we have maxed out the saddle stitch opportunity, and we are doing a perfect bind for this art book.
That's nice. Good.
I'm like, say what? That's so cool.
All right. Okay.
I gotta go get different pricing. Oh my. Whatever.
Wendy, can you get the and actually I think I see the link here, but can you get the link for the Kingtober book and put it in the chat?
I already did it.
Oh, you already did it?
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm not seeing.
It's just, they're not actual links. You have to copy and paste them because.
Oh, okay. But it's in the chat?
Yeah.
Okay. Danny's here. Danny, please put your Kickstarter in, and anyone else who's doing any Kickstarters or anything like that, put that in the chat for everybody to see. Yeah, see, okay. And that's a good way to switch over to my other guest, Leanne. Because Leanne and I are in a book together right now, in 2 books together right now. Actually, 3.
Should make another one up before.
I don't think. Oh, there's not going to be overlap though with the 4th one.
Yeah, I don't think so. But because we have, of course, Fangs and Foul Play issues 0, 1, and 2.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Danny's book, which is the Collective Initiative, and she has an amazing Fangs and Foul Play story in there. It's like what, 6 pages? 6, 8?
6. Yeah.
Yeah. Fun fucking story about Santa Claus meeting up with the vampiric cat Fang. Very fun story that I got to edit. So love that. We are $200 short, and I'm ordering stretch goals now. Dude, that's awesome. So we're going to be in stretch goals, and they still got like 4 days to go. So good. Yeah, that book. And then, of course, Belial's got a 4-page story in there. And so, yeah, we get to be in those 2 books together. And then Concrete Arcanum is still happening. And we did, which story? Was that the ghost story?
No, that's Destinations. It was the Crazy Wizard and the vampire.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Dude, the amount of stories that Leanne and I have done together because she does so many shorts. Dude, how many stories would you say you and I, is it getting close to 10?
It's got to be more than that because I think I was in 9 Kickstarters last year. So
Oh, shit.
Nice.
I think next year
yeah.
might have to be a little slower.
Oh my gosh. I was being conservative. Okay. Wow, yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Less than 20 though.
Still, that's a lot of projects between two people. You know what? I forget how much work you and I have done together. Holy shit, that's funny. That is really fucking funny. Hot damn. Yeah, I know, dude. Yeah. Fuck, we got to figure out the number so that we can celebrate when we get to 20.
All right. I'll count them up.
But anyway,
not now, later.
You got right. You've got bigger fish to fry because we're gonna tell everybody about your amazing book, Fangs and Foul Play, which is on Kickstarter right now. Why don't you give us the hit on that one?
All right. Yeah. So Fangs and Foul Play is about a army colonel who deserts the war because he wants to get away from doing bad shit. I can say shit, right?
Oh fuck yeah!
Cool. And he finds an abandoned house and gets turned into a thrall for a vampiric cat, and so now he has to go find people to feed to Fang, the vampiric cat. And we're in issue 2 now. So some of the local constabulary, like this fancy word, starting to notice that like people are going missing. So that's where we're at.
Dude, I love that series. It's such a fun book. Danny's giving us a shout out. He says,
"Excuse me.
I can't wait to have Collective Initiative Con and bring everyone down, Wendy, Chuck, and LK included." Because that's right. The 3 of us all have stories in there. Wendy has one from Discarian Tales. Oh, damn, that would be a great party. Thinking about all the different people who have done all of those different that'd be a fucking fun group actually. So yeah, you've got that going on. Both of you, what are we at for backers and money right now on your Kickstarters? If you want to tell me, just so we can see if we can give it a bit of a bump.
Absolutely.
Right.
I'm at 29.31 with 51 backers. And I've got 12 days left. I do short, sweet campaigns.
Right.
Try to fly under the radar so I don't get yanked.
So we want to get you at least 2 more backers. That's something we would like to do. So if several of you guys could go check out April's cool book, and if you think that you can keep your mom from finding it, check it out, pick it up.
There is a digital option this year.
Dude, digital. I love digital options, especially like if I can make a big deluxe digital package with a bunch of different stuff. You're charging $15, $20, and technically you're not paying anything. Like you've already paid everything off. You don't have to re-upload it or I don't know, pay an artist. Like it's all that's done. That's nice. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
No, it's okay. There's nothing to hide from your mom because everybody's got tech in their. Wait, mine went to a dark place there.
During Kingtober, I can imagine it would do that.
Just like, doesn't matter if you're work or play, you have your phone on hand. Oh God.
Oh, we're gonna have so much fun. Leanne.
I didn't hear during Kingtober. I heard Drinkingtober. So.
Oh, honestly, that's where I shine. Because if I am drinking, the boobs definitely get bigger.
Oh my gosh! You and I drinking at that first Comic Palooza together?
That doesn't fucking count. That was the worst shit of my life.
No. Not last year, the year before.
I'm like, my inkwell of 1 ounce looks bigger than that. Are you kidding me right now?
No, not this year. Last year.
Oh, that was way better.
Oh, dude. That bartender, he was like, I don't give a fuck about my job. We're like, can we have a double? He's like, you'll get what you get. And he's just like, it was fucking half and half. Like, we were wasted.
We
Fucking-
hadn't eaten anything. That was a cheap date for sure.
Yeah.
That was good.
Dude,
Get you
we-
a bathtub swill and a cupcake. It'll be
Oh,
fun.
this year, oh,
God.
the swill was terrible.
Oh.
There was, they gave us these little
Yes.
shitty wines, and I bought like 4 of them, and they were fucking terrible. And you got the Jello shots, which didn't taste like anything was in them.
Aw.
Yeah,
It was the most
Man, our Jello
magical-
shots here.
I don't know. Magical imaginary 8 ounces of liquor ever. I don't know.
I ended up drinking a lot because she would not touch that fucking wine. I bought wine for the 2 of us. I was like, oh yeah, here you go. And she's like, I'm not fucking touching that. I'm like, oh fuck.
Man, balsamic vinegar tastes better. Ugh.
Basically, yeah, it was alcoholic balsamic vinegar. That's a really good. Yeah, you're really not that far off. Oh, it's
I
terrible.
got the gas station like mini
Sushi.
white wine bottles at the last con I was at because I just like wanted something cheap. That was okay. I don't know about the red wine. It wasn't great. It wasn't great, but you know, it was a drink.
I'm perpetually stuck in the 90s because my drink of choice at con is Goldschlager.
I bought some for our Halloween party last year, and we still have some left over, which is not surprising.
I love this. It's happy hour somewhere, right? Yeah.
Exactly. I'd find a purse big enough to fit it.
Oh, dude. I just put all my food and drink stuff and whatnot. I put it in my boxes, and then in my big black box. And then when I get into the convention, there it is. I don't think I've ever snuck alcohol in though. I'm pretty. I know it sounds funny, but I tend to be really straight laced, and I'm interested in how the 2 of you do. When I'm like at my table, I don't want to drink.
Oh, I don't either. No, not at my table, but
Yeah.
afterwards.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. Afterwards, flow.
At Phoenix Comic-Con, after
It's happy
the
hour
show on
somewhere.
Friday, they had the kids need to read charity poker tournament. And they used to have it in the Hyatt where you could literally just like on break, run down to the bar, grab your food, your drink, and rush back up and not miss a beat. And it was perfect. When that big fiasco happened, that changed the way cons did security for the rest of existence. Fuck that guy. Well, that was the Green Power Ranger incident where they literally stopped him from, like, you know, massive issue. Like, they tackled him and got him. It was a big deal. Of course, my dumbass ran past it like, what the fuck? I'm late for a panel. Like, idiot.
Chuck, you're frozen.
Huh?
Chuck is frozen for me.
Yes, but I am here.
Oh, it's you put your picture up. Never mind.
Oh.
Yeah, well, it's not that because I'm on my phone. When I go to a different tab, so I'm trying to get it on Facebook. So when I go to the different tab, it just freezes me.
Got
So I
it.
should just do something weird before I switch. I'd be like,
Yeah, there you go. So anyway, so they did the charity poker tournament on Friday nights after the show, and it starts like almost immediately after. Like you get seated and you get everything situated. I do the live draw. What do you call it? Raffle. The live draw raffle. So I'll start it a little bit. I'll play a whole bunch of hands, and then I'm the worst to have at your table because I go all in until I'm out and I get to work. And they're like, but you don't even want to play. I'm like, I know. Here you go. The worst. It's the worst. I actually made it pretty good this time. Anyway, so I don't have time to rush and go get, food or beverage. So I just bring a whole bottle of Goldschlager, and in the last couple of years I've just not given a shit. And I steal the ice bucket from the Hyatt and just like so it's not completely ass, but only because like it's like 100 degrees everywhere you go, except for there where they have it 4 flights below the ground level, and then every year the fire alarm goes off. You're like, no.
I gotta do that show just for the poker tournament.
Yeah.
I'm a huge poker player. Yeah.
Which show?
Phoenix Comic-Con or Phoenix Fan Fusion is what they've changed.
Oh, Fan Fusion. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They did change the name. I forgot.
Yeah.
Well, that's not too bad of a run for you, is it, Leanne?
No, it's drivable. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's slightly further than. I don't know. I always say that LA is 3 hours, but it really is dependent on traffic. I don't think I've actually hit 3 hours yet. So.
You don't think you've gone 3 hours for a convention yet?
Maybe like 2.5.
What's the furthest you've ever driven for a convention, April?
Are we really going there?
Yeah.
We Shelby and I were road warriors for a while, and we've gone from Phoenix to Denver Comic-Con, and we've gone from Phoenix to Houston. That was like a 16-hour drive, something like that. Oh my God. So, yeah.
That's a killer. That's killer.
And we did it all in one leg, and we got there, and then we just like died. Like, keep talking. I'm listening, I swear.
Doug and I are road warriors, and we did Chicago this year in one leg, and that was 21 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And that was so from Austin all the way to Chicago.
Yep.
That was fucking go, man. Holy shit.
Right?
That was rough.
We would have hung out more in Chicago. I hated that we were there and then not able to, like.
Right? Yeah. Are you going again this year?
I don't know. So that is one of those meetings that we're going to be having really, really soon. Is Ethereal Publications. Ethereal Comics is going to be doing a lot more shows, we're hoping. And I want my top 3 to be Phoenix Fan Fusion, C2E2, and Denver Comic-Con. Or I guess Denver Fan Expo, because they changed that name too. But there's also other ones that we're looking at too. We want to do New York City. We want to do maybe Dragon Con. Maybe we want to figure out where a lot of our team is and see if we can kind of do local shows so that we can have artists from our team to be able to join us. I think that that's one of the biggest benefits of not having to be in a solo artist anymore. It's like if you're part of a company and the company is able to like get a booth and is able to help showcase, you. I've noticed that there's been a huge uptick in charges since COVID. Not just gas, not just groceries, but like just buying a table. The expenses is hard. I mean, not only for travel, but also for lodging and also for the table itself at the show. It's like you're paying more to get less. And we are seeing the growth and expanse that the company is having. And it'd be nice to be able to share that benefit with our creators. I think that would be really fun.
Yeah, no, I feel you. So I was just asked about one recently. We have one in San Antonio. I won't say the name because I'll be nice, because they were charging like $300 for 2 days for a table. And I looked at the map and I counted, including the six or so celebrity tables. The whole venue would have 27 tables. I'm like, that's a fucking small ass show, man. I'm used to aisles that have 27 booths on them. You know what I mean? And then you're like, the whole venue's gonna have that. Like, it's not a lot. And then you're charging me $300 for a table, which is what in the range of what the bigger 2 and 3, two and I don't even know what I'm trying to say. The higher tier show, 2 and 3 day shows.
Right.
Yeah, I think WonderCon
They usually do that for like Artist Alley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, WonderCon for a small press was like just a little bit over 300, if I'm recalling correctly.
Yeah, and that's
like a
3 day
pretty
show,
big
right?
show. Yeah. You know, smaller than San Diego Comic Con, but still pretty big. Same people, so you know.
Nice.
Okay, I was gonna answer what.
Oh
wait,
yeah.
No, I have to refresh just in case. Always just in case. I don't know. Sometimes the numbers take a minute. Oh, even number. I like even numbers. We're at 1,700. 75.
Okay.
Backers. Oh,
75 backers?
it went up, but it's not an even number anymore. So I'm like,
Now I just want to donate $1 every time you get an even number or something.
Just to fuck with her? That's great. And that is so your fucking style.
I am the worst of the best.
see, I'd still rather it go up, but I like even numbers. They look nice. They make me happy, you know.
I'm like 7, 13, 69. Oh,
Well, if you give me like 1111 or 777 or you know something like that, that's also okay.
She missed where I was going with that.
That's so funny.
No, wait, was it a math joke?
Yes.
All right. Wendy has a question. Do you...
Not my thing. No.
No.
No, I said 7, 13, 69. They're all odd numbers.
Yeah.
Leanne, do you have another series lined up when you're done with Fang? And how many issues is Fang going to be?
Yes and no. We were gonna get an issue out of Orb Teller, and without going into too many details, that's currently fallen through the cracks. At some point, I'm gonna pick it back up again. I don't know when, because like just you know, personal stuff has like been in fluctuation, so that always like moves back deadlines and all that fun stuff. But Fangs is so I'm planning on it being a 3 to 4 trade with like 4 issues, 4 to 6 max issues each, and the first one's going to be 4. So ideally, the next thing will be before Fangs is done, because otherwise, that's a really long time.
Yeah. Look at Wendy over here fucking flexing. I love my final number so much.
Nice.
422222222. You sound like that looks like a bad lawyer's phone number. we have this one local. We have a local lawyer who he's like, my number is 4444444. You only have to remember one number, and you're like, okay, shut the fuck up, dude. Like,
We have one with 7s.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at it. Fangs is so good, said David Geringer. Geringer. I hope that's right, Geringer. Dude, you deserve that love, man. That is a really great book.
Thank you.
I think it's what's fun about that. Well, I mean, what's fun about that book is just that book, but it's like it's really playful and like dark without being dark somehow.
For now.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. That's yeah.
We'll see what happens.
So I'm unfamiliar. So is this like a very emo goth kind of thing, or is this like vampires, or like what is this?
Well, it's like it's got a Victorian setting.
Okay.
And the cat is a vampire. There are currently no other supernatural characters, and no, there might be one. Anyways, without spoiling too much. So, yeah. So the cat's the only vampire that we know of in this town, but like everybody in the town kind of sucks. They're all like super corrupt. So Richard is like always basically trying to find like the most corrupt person. He's like, well, I don't want to kill somebody, but we may as well kill like the bad guys, you know, quote unquote. Because otherwise he like it's just like excruciating pain like that Fang can like give him like as part of the like link. So
David,
we can't
no
really like
spoilers.
disobey too much.
Understood. Speaking of corruption, I was just at Horror Fest, and I was talking to Kara Nicole. And I don't know if you guys know her, but she's a cosplayer. Anyway, she's like,
Love her.
oh, yeah, I know, right? She was telling me that, yeah, on their way back through, I think, some small town in Oklahoma, they almost hit like a set of cats or puppies or something, and they dropped it off at like the post office, and they were trying to get to make sure that they were okay and taken to like a shelter, and they were in talks with like the post office lady, and somehow in the course of a week discovered an immense amount of corruption in the town, managed to drive back to this fucking city in like Oklahoma and basically just restructured the entire town based off these 2 cats or some shit.
Wow.
I was like, shut up. What? And she's like, oh yeah, there was so much underhand play going on that they couldn't get anything done. And the person who was in charge of like managing the watershed or whatever was like, I'm done. I can't get anything done, accomplished, and was almost ready to move. But they were able to get the mayor to retire. They were able to get like a bunch of corrupt politicians out of that city. And now it's actually thriving like a year later. And I'm like, you're a goddamn superhero.
Right?
I mean, for real. That Power Girl costume might be a facade, but no, that skin is tough.
No, absolutely.
The course of a week and the 2 cats.
Dude, I feel like only Kara Nicole can pull something off like that.
Yeah, I know. And it was so funny. I was pat myself on the back a minute. She was just like, oh, this is really cool, and I'm so glad I got to see you this weekend, and blah blah blah. And we were talking about what it really means to be like a girl, and how we feel that we have to be really emotional or whatever in order to not have people hate us for some stupid reason. Like, injustice happens, we have to be like, oh my god, I'm really sorry this happened. Like, no, like, made that bed, like, you gotta lie in that shit. And that's not machismo or nothing. That's just a cold hard fact. And she was like, well, I feel obligated to do these things. And I'm like, no one can make you do or be anything. Female parts are not. You're a cloud, beautiful and not really something you can really own, but a powerful force nonetheless when the perfect shitstorm occurs. It's just like, I've never felt so more profound than whenever I heard that particular town corruption bullshit. I'm like, wow. We are never forced to do anything that we need or want to do. We shouldn't feel that obligation. And yet, none of us are helpless. Like, we all have the ability to do something. And it's really, I don't know. And she was just radio silent after that. So she has either read it and was like, wow, this is amazing. Or like, I thought it was really, really quite clever while I was, typing it out in the elementary school parking lot, picking up my kid.
It's funny where some of that stuff ends up happening.
Afternoon.
Brian Manel did bring something up. He said, hey, chat, are the Kickstarter links popping up? Not sure. They're not popping up on my end. So supposedly Wendy says they are showing up on Kickstarter. Wendy, I'm going to have to give you admin powers.
I think they only show up for the person who put them up there, and they only show as text.
No, he said that, so I think they can see each other's.
Because I couldn't see what he put up.
Oh, no? Okay. Well, then, so we'll find a way to fix that. But either way, please go check out both of these Kickstarters. What is the name of yours, April? Just so it's easy for them to find it.
Squeeze them. SQUEEE. Just 2 E's and then some. So it was kind of like I tried to incorporate the word squee into like every art book there. And then on top of that, it's my third volume. So we were kind of doing a play of words or something. But yeah.
I like that.
I know. I was just like, man, I don't know. We went through a whole bunch of ones, and that was the one that everybody liked the most.
Right. Dustin's in the house. Good to see you, buddy.
May I do a shameless plug real quick?
Yeah, of course you can.
So I do have a couple of covers up for the If It Hops campaign that Ethereal's got out in tandem with my Squeeze Some book. And so If It Hops issue 2, and if anybody has been with me at a show, they know that I love that damn bunny so much. Oh my gosh, she's my favorite. That is active on Kickstarter right now.
Yeah.
2. So
sweet. Go check that out, guys. Absolutely.
Love that bunny. Oh, I love that bunny.
That's great. Oh, Wendy spelled it for us. Thank you, Wendy.
Hey, thank you, Wendy.
So yeah, dude, Dustin's here. So yeah, let's definitely everyone check out that book because yeah, he's doing all sorts of really cool stuff. You guys over at Ethereal have a bunch of cool projects. You and I have a cool project.
I know. I'm so excited. When I get done with this, I'm trying to get those last 4 pages done. God.
I got to look at them when I was over at your place, and it looks so good.
I've got Bill Farmer coloring them. So he's already working on coloring those first. And his colors are so amazing. Well, way back when he was a colorist for, I want to say Image. So, I mean, he way around. Mm-hmm. The way that man finesses purple, I'm all about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that book's going to be awesome, Dustin. I'm really excited.
Yeah. So I'm sorry it hasn't come out yet, Chuck. That was definitely my fault, but
dude,
it's gotta be so pretty.
I'm not worried. I know that when it's done, it's gonna be fucking worth it. So I don't care. I'm willing to wait.
Gorgeous art.
Bushy ass purple. I don't know what that means, but I love it.
So, when I was doing my coloring on the Artist Alley Network, I was talking about purple and how it wasn't necessarily a girl color, but a sense of royalty. Like it was meant.
Bougie. I see.
Yeah. So I'm all about purple being either accent color, cast shadow, or even for shadow, period. And the way Bill is able to finesse that so elegantly. Oh my gosh. But yeah, bougie ass purple. That's kind of where it came from earlier today.
That's great. I love that. So for both of you, when it comes to creating, because like April, when you're doing your book, you're given a prompt, but there's so many parts that can be used in one of those prompts, like so many open things for you. Whereas, and species, sex of people that are being shown, setting, any number of things. And then with Leanne, you have so many different stories over so many different ideas, so many like genres and all that kind of stuff. So what I wanted to ask both of you was, do you have, how is it that you go about finding these sorts of things and getting yourself into that creative place? Is there like a specific place that you're tapping or a specific mode you're trying to put yourself into when being inspired by these prompts or these genres, these ideas? Go ahead.
I feel like I should let her go first.
Okay, yeah.
We're not talking about ideation. We're talking about like going from the ideation to creation.
We can talk about either.
All right. I don't know. I usually work best at night unless like my eyes have started getting not as good. So the computer strain is taking a bit of a toll. But otherwise, that's like when my brain is like, oh, okay, now we can do stuff. Not in the morning, no. Generally,
maybe
it'll be at night
for cups of coffee.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. But then I'm doing the day job anyway, so at that point it's too late. But yeah, I generally at night. I didn't know. There's been a couple times lately where I just was like, I had to force myself a lot. But after like I got a good chunk going, then then it was like it was much easier. It just started flowing a lot better. And yeah, because I haven't written anything like, it's not even long, but longer since like, I don't know, high school. So I just wrote a almost 7,000 word story, and starting that, oh my god, I had such the hardest time starting that. I had the idea, I had a general idea of how I wanted it to end, all this stuff, but just getting started was, oh man.
Are you one of those people that are like bubblegum, watermelon?
I had a lot of highlighting that was like something like, I don't know, whatever was happening, and then something goes here that's just highlighted for me to come back to, because I was like, I can't think of this thing right now. So
was this the time travel piece or the time skip?
No, this was okay. That was shorter.
Yeah, that was cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I can't do first person much longer than like 1 to 2K maybe.
Yeah.
So this one was not first person. I just can't. It's hard. It's hard to hold on to that.
You know what? See, and what I like about you is the sheer number of short stories that you've done, and you like work so hard at those short stories. Like you hire on an editor and you pour over them, and we treat those short stories like they're the fucking full-length Fangs books. You know what I mean? Like we go over them. Oh, look at this, Fangs and Foul Play. Our people are showing up on Facebook. Yay! That's awesome. Good. And anybody else who's out there, if you're on Facebook, share those links, ask the questions. Dude, we're here. Yeah, you put so much power into those shorts. And I actually have 2 of our shorts in the car right now. I read the robot book. So you have that cute fucking cute story about the dog and the Roomba. Oh, yeah, it's awesome. I love it. That's just such a fun story. And then of course,
I Roomba the other day, and then I didn't, and now I'm kind of regretting it because it was Amazon Prime Day, so I can't go back to Amazon Prime Day.
Oh,
yeah. If you could turn back time.
Well, we might have another dog.
There's always Black Friday. Don't worry.
So
is that the one I saw?
Yeah, we
I knew it.
Yeah, it's not 100%, but we're like, I don't know. We have to figure it out soon.
Dustin loves Fangs. Enjoys Fangs.
Thank you.
That's awesome, dude. I'm glad you like that.
Yeah, obviously we have lots of cats, but we found a dog. And
are you gonna overthrow the government?
You know, it's just too much work.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I mean, maybe if I had like infinite money and time, then sure, but I don't want to lose my house, so
right.
Yeah,
I would quietly assist.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
Quietly. Hey, we need someone to be a pain in the ass. So, yeah.
Got it.
Oh, you're a great pain in the ass, April.
I am so pleasant and weird. They don't know quite when the right time to call the cops on me is. That works in your favor.
Okay, we're gonna tell a story.
Oh my god!
Uh-oh.
Which one?
Okay, I'm gonna let April tell the story. This and I'm probably gonna jump in a couple times too, because I'm very passionate about this story, as is April, I'm sure.
Oh my god! Which
but one? I would love for April to tell the cupcake story. Because that shows the level of evil bastard that you've got in you, and you and I being like, oh, cool, we're about to have this little fun fight going on, and it was great. So tell people about the
Wait,
cupcake.
with each other or somebody else? Somebody else, right?
We're having like a sparring of pranks, basically. Is that fair?
Oh, okay.
So take you back this summer, Comic Palooza.
Yep.
We got Chuck and the gang, a guest in my home. Let me send you some money. It'll be a great time. I'll even feature really spicy food and make you question a bunch of decisions. Air. Who would have thought? Anyway, because we kind of put jalapenos and just breathing was hard. Anyway, so they're perfect gentlemen. They're like, oh, we brought this dozen of cupcakes. We're so glad that we were able to come and be at your house. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. I'm already fat. And I'm like, yeah, those are definitely not going to go to waste. Anyway, we go for a day at the show. We come back. Food is had. Children are in bed or working their way there. And it's the round table, twilight hour, shit talking, having good time. Just that camaraderie that you only really get after hours while you're slinging comics. It's amazing.
Just so everyone's aware of where my head was at, we have been drinking, but not an awful lot. I, however, because sometimes I have a hard time going to sleep, especially when I'm somewhere different, so I will have myself a smoke. And so I need you to be aware that I had smoked prior to this engagement. So,
and then
Chuck has smoked,
locked
and
yourself
April.
Inside of my house because you broke my lock.
I did not break your lock.
It's fine.
I'm pretty sure it was William who did that, actually.
Sure. Anyway.
I'm pretty sure I'm blaming it on William.
You don't even know your own strength, sir. It's fine. Anyway, so here we are. Casa de Reyna, we're all having a good time, drinking, eating. Someone opens up the cupcake tin. I'm sorry, y'all, but the moment that confectionery sugar hits the air, I'm down. Somebody had one. I had I don't know, 2, something like that. Anyway, there was only 2 cupcakes left. I have 2 children, by the way. And Chuck, he was so kind. He's like, oh, I should, the fat kid in me really wants to have one, but I don't want to leave only one for the kids. I'm all like, oh, well, let me help you out there, sir. I'm going to make it an even harder decision. I'm going to eat the second to the last cupcake. So then you really have to think about whether you want to eat the last cupcake and disappoint the 7-year-old who really does care about cake. Or if you're going to rise to the occasion, be that superhero and leave it for her. Screw the 15-year-old. She's fine. 7-year-old, though, she's got the doggy eyes. But oh. And
That's exactly how she looks, by the way. Holy crap.
Oh, yeah. And I'm saying this while I've already got my thumb pressed into the frosting of the second to the last cupcake. And I ate the shit out of that in no time flat because this girl can really put it away. I feel like this is where you should chime in the most. There I was. It took 5 minutes for me to make it, but it was really only 20 seconds.
It was not 20 seconds. It was a lot longer.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was 3 minutes, but I would not be surprised if my 3 minutes was more like a minute. I cannot imagine it being less than a minute, though, because I did agonize. She took the second last cupcake, leaving only 1 cupcake left, and she's like, so are you going to give that to the kiddo? Or are you going to eat it? And I was like, I really did. I was just talking it out like it was a poker hand, just fuck. And then finally I'm like, screw it, what's one cupcake? I'll get her something in the morning. And I fucking ate that cupcake. I was so high and I was so hungry, and I just couldn't do it. I'd already decided I was going to have the second last one, or that I wanted it. She made it even more difficult. But then I was like, oh, and she's like, oh man, I'm gonna tell her, blah blah blah. And I'm like, fuck, it's on, bitch. Like, oh my gosh. Oh, we're gonna have so much fun.
The next morning, slaving away, making pancakes and sausage and non-spicy food for our guests, because even the air was spicy. And the kids wake up, come down the stairs. Take it away, Chuck.
Now this part is foggy, but I did.
Mouse, come here.
I did call her daughter. I'm like, Mouse, come here.
You're a shit human being.
Basically said that mom ate the last cupcake. But I was like, fuck it, I'm throwing April right under the bus. Mom!
Ran me over 30 miles an hour. Bam, 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 bam. Because it's a 16-wheeler or whatever.
Yeah, I was like, I'd already done one terrible thing. Why not try to break it by doing another one?
I was just going to let her find the empty tin and be like, what happened? He just went straight for the jugular.
Yep.
So they knew the cupcakes were there the day before.
Oh yeah. They'd had like one each, and they were supposed to be able to have at least two, and they did not. They certainly did not. So next time we're gonna have to bring two cupcakes, one for the family, and then one for the after party.
Paired with a particular swill.
Yeah, anything we get will be better than the swill. See, Wendy, did I never tell you that story? Yeah, okay, yeah, I thought I had. So yeah, that was our cupcake story, and dude, you were so delightfully evil. And speaking of evil, we have two super evil books. Well, not evil. One has some evil, and the other one is just kinktacular.
Literally the Diet Coke of evil.
The Diet Coke of evil.
1 calorie of evil, not quite evil enough. It's
That's fair. I like that. That's a really fun statement.
Oh, I stole that from Austin Powers. So.
Oh fuck.
Not over the edge.
Not over the edge.
Yeah, not over the,
Yeah.
Oh, this is the literary version of edging.
Oh, fair.
I'm learning all kinds of shit. I'm so sorry.
Do I have to look that one up now too? Edging isn't it like cutting? Or am I wrong?
You should Urban Dictionary it.
See, even I know that.
Huh?
You know edging?
I don't know half the other ones, and I'm okay with that.
It's okay.
Yeah. I saw the list, and I was like, I'm not gonna Google these. I'm good.
Private settings, though, I learned about it. I swear to God. Okay. Last October, I had the scare of my life.
Oh.
It's the first week of October. I'm like trying to like prep for the month of awesome. And I can't get my phone to work. And I'm like, this is real weird. So then my husband's like, hey, I need you to do me a favor and look up this thing. And I'm like, I don't know how to tell you, baby, but like my phone's not working. So I'm like, I can't look at it right now. He's like, why? What's wrong? I don't know. I don't know. Meanwhile, I'm like trying to factory reset my phone. I'm trying to like do whatever it is I can do to get it to work. And then he's like, what's wrong with your phone? I'm like, nothing. He's like, no, really? It's like, fine. I can't get Facebook and Instagram to come up. I don't know what's wrong with it, but I just assumed I downloaded a virus or something while I was doing all my research. And he's like, oh, no, like their programs are crashed. It's not your phone. It's Instagram and Facebook that crashed. I was like, fuck, that was like 5 hours of panic. 5 hours where I was like, oh, I done broke something real this time. Oh my God. I thought
they were like down.
Always
search is whatever down.
Yeah,
whatever the thing
but I'm
is,
only ever on those two apps.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I was like, oh my God.
That's so funny because you had what? Okay, so beforehand, I always ask people, "What do you want to talk about, or is there anything you don't want to talk about?" And I said, "I don't bring up political or religious stuff." And April's just like, "I'm delightfully ignorant to that stuff. I'm not really interested, anyways." And I was like, "Great, same here." But this shows how delightfully ignorant she is because it was all over the internet, like everywhere else. All the news outlets are like, "Oh, Facebook and Instagram are down, blah blah blah," and she's just like, "La la la, my phone is fucked. I have to burn it. Let's see what happens." And everywhere else on the internet is like, "They're down, man. They're fucking down." 5 hours of stress.
Like
That's
could
so
have
funny,
pulled up
hon.
the homepage of Google and it would have been there.
Dude,
I thought I'd done broke something real bad. I really
You know,
did. I was embarrassed.
Twitter, like I mean, if she just had a,
I've only
you don't have
got
Twitter.
I barely have a MySpace account. Fuck. Like,
I barely have a my. Maybe that's good that you don't have a MySpace. Barely have a
no,
MySpace
I heard it
account.
was coming back. I'm like, oh, long-time recipient.
I'm not ready for any new ones.
Yeah, I don't know, whatever. I'm just saying that, like,
Headphone
it's
warnings.
ridiculous. Headphone
Oh, was I too loud? I'm sorry.
Aw. But yeah,
Listen.
no, I really thought I broke my phone. I was just so morbidly embarrassed. Like, ma'am, what were you doing? I don't know. The private settings was on. I learned how to do that last time. Yeah, I don't know.
You crashed Instagram and
It was all
Facebook
my fault. I know it was.
just by looking up crazy. See, yeah, I remember like one of the things that he was talking about that was in the. So what's the tea I missed? Oh my gosh, all sorts of shit. There was lots of spilling. I don't even know what I was going to talk about. Oh yeah, when I was looking up the BDSM stuff, one of them I was like, oh, St. Andrew's Cross. That sounds delightfully religious. And then I was like, oh shit. Oh wow, okay. That's what?
That's how you get religion. No? Too
Yeah,
much?
well, I mean, I'm sure you could have a religious experience.
I could only imagine.
Yeah, I think I only want to imagine. It was so funny to watch everyone freaking out on Twitter. It was enough to entertain everyone while they waited. Yeah. Kickstarter.com/project/Squeezum.
Thank you.
Good job. Fangsandfoulplay.com. Wendy, you're the best. Thank you so much. You know what, though? We are over an hour. I know, Leanne, you could only hang out for so long. Did you want to stick around a little bit longer, or should we start wrapping it up a bit?
It's not a hard stop, but I probably have maybe 20 minutes
Okay.
before I should really,
Okay.
like,
No, that's fine. That's perfectly
do
fine.
stuff.
April, are you okay going another 15 minutes or so?
Oh, baby, I got all night.
Oh. All right.
Well, it's about to be midnight for you guys.
No, we're at,
Right?
it's 10:40 for us.
Mhm.
We're
Oh,
central.
I'm skipping an hour, yeah.
Yeah, we're central.
That's okay. We all can skip an hour, like, at the close of my campaign. Because I end on daylight savings.
Mm.
Oh, that's so smart.
Oh, wait. Before,
Or not.
I haven't shown off my sticker.
Oh!
Oots.
This is for day one backers.
Is that a chicken on his? I can't see the here. Let me. Solo layout. What's that cute little red thing?
Oh, it's a glass of wine.
Oh,
Is it
Oh,
wine? Is it blood?
right.
he says,
Cute.
"Is tomorrow fall back?"
No.
I thought we got rid of that. Or is that, did Texas not get
So
rid of that?
in this, you have 2 daylight savings time. In the spring, you have spring forward, and in the fall, you have fall back. Oh yeah, so fall back is going to be November 6th.
Mm. Yeah, but I thought California got rid of that. Did Texas not do that?
Apparently not yet. I don't know. So the what was funny is in Arizona, Arizona does not honor daylight savings time unless you're out on the res. And so
Yeah, this tea.
while we lived there, never had to really worry about it. And so when we moved to Texas and we had to start doing daylight savings for the first time in my daughter's existence, she's like, what? Doesn't make any sense. I'm like, you're welcome, baby. She's like, but you're welcome. Get in the car, let's go. But I'm tired. Yes, we all are. And it's fine. Get in the car.
Wow.
Yeah, well, it was I should be up for Mother of the Year every year. I really should. I think that particular year we were like sauntering out to the car, Pop-Tart in hand, and I'm like, don't drop it. And Mouse drops it, and I'm just like, well, now it's covered in spider juju. Get in the car. All the things I ever say, that one stuck for like 2 whole years. Oh, beware the spider juju. Like, what? Yeah, it's funny.
What? Josh Lyman.
No.
No, she's just saying to scare the kids.
I thought I was
I've got like this fuzzy white stuff though that's like outside by my trees.
Oh. What is that?
It's just on the ground. But we don't get cold enough for that to be mold.
Frost?
No.
California.
Oh, we're still like in the 80s, so.
Yeah. Josh Lyman is. Josh Lyman is a fellow Texan. He says, "Nah, we basic. We didn't get cilantro till 2008."
Nice.
Wendy, next year we stop doing daylight savings. Okay, so next year Texas stops doing it. That's right. Yeah, I knew that was happening.
I think it's the same because someone said soon we stop.
I can't wait. My daughter's going to show up and she's going to drop her pencil like she's dropping a mic. You know, like, bam! Now you guys.
Lame.
Back to the original setting.
I'll be honest, I kind of liked the the hour jump. It just, I don't know, it's almost like it broke up the year. You know what I mean? Like, it was just one more thing where it's like, that's something that's happening soon.
You say that, but you've never worked in a hospital, having to do those overnight shifts going, my God, now we have to do a 13-hour day. And so, all of that can fuck right off. That's right.
Yeah. I like sleeping later and feeling more productive.
I didn't finish saying though, this is for anybody who backs on day one.
Oh yeah,
at a physical level. You can also buy it as an add-on. So if you miss it, it's just not free anymore.
By the way, I really love that idea. You get it for the first day for free, and after that, you got to pay. Mm-hmm. I think that's wine kick.
He was drunk on the blood of his victims. I was going to say enemies. I don't know that he has enemies.
If you're ever looking for someone to do more chivis, by the way, Josh C. Lyman is a dude to talk to. He does amazing, just fucking cute as shit. He did a bunch for Belial and whatnot. You would dig it. He did a cover for us too. So, yeah, man, he's someone to check out. And of course, if you're looking for other types of art, you've got April Reyna.
Oh yeah, but I only draw super naughty once a year, so I'm good for everything.
That's true. That's right. Yeah, you do stickers.
Yeah,
stickers, dude. How fucking awesome are stickers, by the way, especially as far as like selling them at your table. You don't know? April, do you not sell stickers at all, or?
Well, I did like mermaid stickers and they were okay, but I mean, I just don't do stickers a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I load them.
I have too much product. I don't have enough table space. I am like, look, I do sketch cards. Look, I do original art. Look, I do small art. Look, I've got art books. Look, I've got comic book cover comps that I've had. Oh, look, I also do commissions. Oh, look, and it's just like, I'm sorry, 6 feet only goes so far.
Yeah.
I need myself a double wide daddy. I don't know what to say. I was so excited. I went to Horror Fest this last weekend, and they gave me, they reallocated the bar room and had the bar, which was like basically 2 tables put together back to back. Like, it was really wide, and it was perfect. I had enough space for everything. It was magical.
Wow. That's the kind of clout you hold. They were like, let's move all this shit just to give April more genius
I know
room.
this is where you need to be. I was like, oh my God, I love you so much. This is the power pack.
The stuff that April does is her booth. I came to her booth once, and she had a freaking fort inside there. Her kids had made a fort.
My kids have been going with me to shows for a real, real long time. I started at Phoenix Comic-Con in 2009. And in that process, if you're there for 3 or 4 days at a time, you really do need to have entertainment for the kiddos, because they're going to get overstimulated. They're going to need a place to kind of like stretch out, unwind, color, eat, whatever. They need a space, a safe space. And that was true of anybody who might, even somebody who needs like a mental, break, is just to have a safe space. So what I do is I lay down a couple of yoga mats. I lay down like a blanket and pillow, a couple of comic books, or color crayons, paper, whatever. And the kids have a oasis underneath my table to call their own. And I've been doing that ever since they were little, because Amelita was 2 when I first started doing this. And it's worked out really, really well. And when I think that, the oldest one, because she's 15 now, is too old for the oasis, I found her asleep under my table at Comic Palooza. So I'm all like, this works. You're never too old for it. So, it's really, really neat to be able to offer that, especially when there's a lot of commotion. You're there for really long hours a day. I like to get there early and be on time for anybody who happens to be wandering through. And my kids are really great troopers when it comes to, Comic-Con. Pretty good. But then, every once in a while you have to fuck with the other people. So you send clientele over to like Chuck's table and be like, how dare you steal a cupcake from that little girl?
Not only did she do that, here's the funny thing, not only did she do that, but she also, that same girl, I had given out, I forget, I think it was butt waffle. Yeah. I had said, the secret word is butt waffle, and if you come to my table and say butt waffle, you'll get a special piece of swag. And I think usually it was like a free sticker or something like that. This girl comes over, she does that, and then, and she goes, oh, how dare you steal a child's last cupcake. And I was like, fuck, this random person I don't know is coming at me. And then she goes, by the way, I'm also supposed to say butt waffle. And I was like, and now I gotta give you free shit for it. You just came at me for stealing a kid's cupcake, and I have to give you free shit. Like,
yeah, but it was true.
I know, right? And
it was. It's literally like she kicked me in the dick and then turned on porn. No. She was like, ah,
just flicking the dick.
Flicking the dick. Yeah, that's what it was like.
So the night before we were talking about this, I'm like, blue waffle? He's like, no, butt waffle. I'm like, yeah,
butt waffle.
What if there are blue waffles? He's like, really? I'm like, well, I mean, what's the possibility that I just pull one out of my freezer? He's like, yeah, okay. And I did, because I've got kids. And we got
she had blueberry waffles.
I did. No, it wasn't blueberry. It was the mermaid waffle that Kellogg's put.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
The mermaid
they were
waffle.
literally legit blue.
Dude.
I have since thrown those
Can you
away.
get that blue with the food dye?
Probably, but you'd have to put it into the raw pancake batter in order to get that diffuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super
You have
concentrated.
to mix it.
Right.
Yeah, you couldn't just pour that on a fucking waffle like on an Eggo.
I really feel like now it's like a challenge. Like maybe you should like mix it into some frosting and like glaze it over the top like a donut. Oh gosh, this sounds really good. Okay, stop. I joined Weight Watchers. This is bullshit. I want to eat whatever.
I know, right?
It's not nice.
Because next time we cook again, what are we gonna cook? I know. I'm excited. I loved cooking in April's kitchen. She was just like,
had a kitchen.
I was like, "Do you want any help?" And she's like, "Really?" I was like, "Dude, I used to be a chef. Like, I'd love to." And I got to cut like a shitload of veggies, and I'm pretty quick too.
Yeah, you sliced and diced that cilantro like nobody's business. Josh, now that we've got cilantro since 2009, we know who to go to. That's right.
I know, right? I love cutting cilantro. I don't know what it is, stemming it and the smell and everything. Like,
Stemming.
it
takes
what's
forever.
that?
De-stemming the herbs takes forever.
Yeah.
I know, but there's something actually like methodical about it that I like.
Well,
I don't
when I
know.
had like 20 from my garden, I was trying to get them in the dehydrator. It was not fun. Not 20, like 20 different plants
Yeah,
that I had to
yeah, no, that's a lot of work.
do them for. Yeah.
Yeah. We got Josh talking. I'm particular, so I have carved vinyl decals. So yeah, he does do stickers, very specific ones. Plenty of bunnies on April's table. A shrug. I do originals, metal cards, 3x4 stickers, 12x18. But yeah, he has it all. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sketch covers, variants. Steph Wilson's in the house.
You had asked earlier about the process, and I actually had a legit answer.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead. Yeah. I can't believe we didn't get back. Go to that. Yeah.
So, like with this whole drawing prompt thing, whenever I put that out and everybody picks like a pre-order day, I contact them to help me guide the art and what they would like to see, and I send out a little survey. There is no obligation for anybody to ever have to respond. They can literally say, "Oh, I trust you, just do it." And I do have a couple of clients that do that, and there's nothing scarier than a blank piece of paper. But I do let them kind of help pick how many characters there are. So I have like 3 tiers. I've got a single character tier, a dual character tier, and then a 3 or more tier. And they're not that expensive either. I let them also pick like their gender preferences, their fantasy style of creature, whether they want like merfolk, centaurs, aliens, ethereal comic characters, because we're actually under their label this year, and they've given us permission with all their books, with the exception of The Listener. That's the only one that's like, not that one. I'm like, yes, sir.
That actually very much makes sense.
Yeah, right. And then they can also tell me like their favorite color, because then I can incorporate that into backlighting, cast shadows, just kind of help personalize it a little more. I also let my clientele dictate the naughtiness level, and it range from like 1 to 10. It's true though. I've got some people who are like, no, I want this up in my house. I really like this style of art. But I need it at like a 1 or a 2 because my kids, mom, whoever sees it, and not a problem. So there's the allure of sexy without having a total, like the whole package. But yeah, I've got a lot of people who are like, crank it to 11. I'm like, oh baby, oh God. And so, yeah, it's interesting. And then of course in years past and including this year, what I'll do is I'll get a thumbs up or thumbs down on like the level the composition, whether they like the direction that's going. If they like the direction that's going, I get a thumbs up and I keep going. Otherwise, I'll offer it up for community sale, and then I'll go back and do another one, which is how I wound up with 52 the first time. And then when people realize that there's no obligation to purchase, like if they love it, then they purchase it. If they don't, it goes up for community sale, but there's no ticky backsies. Once I offer it up for community sale, it's gone. I have 100% sellout both campaigns, and we're definitely well on our way for this one too. I think I've only got 5 unclaimed days, and so far every single unclaimed thus far has wound up becoming claimed. So it's really, 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 really nice. This is how I make my nest egg so I can afford to travel to shows and that I can afford my table costs for venues. It's become very successful in that regard. I have come to appreciate this particular book as not, oh, look what I can draw. And you guys just get stuck with whatever it is I'm drawing. This actually is a community-driven book. They give me a couple of prompts. I put it into the hopper, come out with something, and I get the thumbs up and thumbs down from the community itself. So it's really quite special in that regard.
Yeah. So, I mean, it would be nice if we had something of yours to show off, to show people your art. I really wish we had something. I don't know. Boom. This is a piece. I'm trying to find a way to, there we go. This is a piece that April did for Wendy's book, Viscarian Tales. It's absolutely beautiful. The main logo of Viscarian Tales is a feather. So she used that feather and then drew the main character, Reyna, inside. And we fucking love this piece. And this always stays right behind Wendy's head when she sleeps because she loves this piece so much. So if you guys want to see the kind of work that she does and the beauty of what she does, that right there, my friends, that's what she does.
Thank you. I'm so glad she loves it.
Thank you. We absolutely adore it. Yeah, we really do. I remember telling Wendy, I was like, by the way, I'm going to April's. And she's like, could you? And I was like, I'm buying the piece. She's like, yes, thank you.
It was so funny because I think we were 30 minutes into this Sunday's draw before I understood that you guys were married.
That's like, right.
That's so weird. Are you guys roommates? Because I am delightfully ignorant. That's so true. It's, oh my God. On a special case.
You and Gus have been together a long time, right?
Oh my God. He is, yes. Yes, we have.
How long have you guys been together for?
Jokes. He's all like, look, you got to upgrade to your Photoshop. Your Photoshop version is older than our marriage. I'm like, and then he was right. I was like, that's a whole thing to say, sir. But he was absolutely 100% correct. And it is hard to be mad at that. That is fine. Yes.
I love this.
Next year is actually our 20th anniversary married.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Congratulations. That's great.
Oh, my thanks. I feel really old all of this. Like the last year or two, I'm like, what? And then, what? And then I'm like, when did I get old? I don't feel it. I mean, my knees feel it, but I don't feel it. This is weird. I just can't believe that I'm not in my 20s anymore. I don't know. Something happened. Witchcraft. Yeah.
Wendy, they only have up to the PS5. You don't know what you're talking about. Oh, Photoshop.
Yeah, yes. No, I had the student version that I bought in, I want to say 2002 or something like that. From ASU, because I went to their tech store and saw that they had the student version. And I was like, well, that's perfect because my bootlegged one kept corrupting, and I was like, damn it! I only got a couple minutes worth of like Yeah, it's fine. So when I started into comics, delightfully ignorant that I am, I never actually started reading comics before I enjoyed comics. I was given this color packet and was told to turn it in at this place called Heroic Age Studios. And I turned it in. They're like, ooh, you've got promise. Fix this, bring it back. And I did. I'm like, the hell do you guys even do here? Now, mind you, I was still in high school. It was, 98, 99. MapQuest was a thing, but we didn't have like directions on our phone or anything like we do nowadays. So I actually missed this place a couple of times trying to find it. But they actually did the color separations for DC Comics. So I got hired as an independent contractor coloring comics before I even read comics. And it was really, really cool. They actually introduced me to my first comic shop. They took me to Wizard World Chicago as a business trip. It was the best.
Dude.
That's where I got to meet Olivia. That was fantastic. So, yeah, like, oh, she's so sweet. And I was talking to her. I'm like, oh my God, I did what we all do. You draw all this? Really? That's amazing. And so we got to talk a few minutes, and then this guy showed up. Flop sweat, comb over, Coke bottle glasses, and literally was like, I have this in my den. I'm like, oh baby, this is all you. Okay, I'm gonna buy these books, and I'm gonna leave you to it. I left you to it. I did. I was a shit person. It's fine, but she's so sweet.
That's really cool. I was in middle school in 98. Dude, we have certain people in the comic community who were barely born in 98, so that's...
I told you.
Well, that's good. We still need people coming in.
I feel like Rick Winkle that, like, I just woke up and all of a sudden I've got like so many years in the industry and I'm still stuck in like, I'm almost pro, but not really pro. I'm all like, but it's fine. I'm just going to draw a bunch of dicks. It'll be fine.
No, you know what? I think there's certain things where once you've done it, you can go, no, you went pro. And I would say doing work for Polito, that's pro.
I know. I want to do more, but I think that...
of course you do. I get that.
I still want to... let me tell you, I'm no Don Mateague or JP Roth or Eve Ass or anything like that. But I know that the more I try and the better that I get, the more solid my compositions become, the more pro work that I do for Naughty Stripper Fairy Assassins with Wendy Shaner, or to do more amazing covers with Ethereal Comics. Like, as long as they'll have me, I'll still be there, kind of thing. And I have accepted an art directorship through their red label, and I'm all like, are you sure? Because I'm like so vanilla when it comes to like everything. I'm gonna be like those people on the tarmac that are like, bring it on in, all that DP stuff. Yeah, everything's getting a red light. Yeah, like I don't know exactly what to do, but I certainly understand if I like something, and then if there is things that I can recommend to make something better. I know that I can help keep the quality of art elevated, and I think that's the most important. Or if somebody falls into a pitfall, like, oh my goodness, something really emergent happened, I've gotten it up to a point, I really just need to color it, I could be like, oh, I can color it. Or I really am struggling to get stuff done, but I've got it penciled, I'm like, I could probably still color it. I can step in, and since I've done the back end of comics, I'm working towards the front end of comics. I feel like I'm a very well-rounded individual. Yeah. And I think that's what you really need in a leadership role, is to be able to understand it from multiple angles. I have to admit, the longer that I'm in this position, I realize how much of a godsend it is for those kids coming up that have that gumption. I'm going to be the next Mike DeBalfo. I'm going to be the next Don Mateague. Yes, you can, and we'll give you a shot. Come on down. Bring us your A game. We'll get you published. But you know, you got to keep on brand. You got to meet deadlines. You got to make sure that you're not phoning it in. Like, there's important things, and I'm here to help quality control. But at the same time, like, I think that I found a home in Ethereal, and I see them growing, and I see them doing a lot of great stuff. And I'm really excited to be on board. I mean, who would have thought that Image would have wound up the way that it was? I mean, bunch of cats leaving DC and Marvel trying to change for another thing. But they accomplished so much. Just goes to show, like, there's no hard one way to do this or another. Like, there is a place for everybody in this industry. And like I said, I think I found my home. I like that.
Yeah, man. That's really nice.
Yeah.
That's super cool. Steph Wilson says Chuck wants a Wolverine Kingtober sketch.
No, I can't do copyright characters. Shenanigans, sir. Dude, I put together a poll. I put a poll up on Ethereal Comics. I'm like, I'm going to turn off the editing option for people to just add what they want. And it was a day that was unclicked, and I had the option to do like the sleeping sexy thing, very Snow White or Sleeping Beauty kind of thing, a mommy kink or a daddy kink. And I was like, well, I don't know which direction to go with this, because I could come up with something for each of them. So I put a poll up. What is the guiding community wanting to see out of this particular thing? And I forgot that I'm not the sole editor of that particular page. So Dustin gets in there and he's like, sexy drive-through gal. I'm like, oh my God. Now, at first, I kept thinking Chris Farley, like the cafeteria thing from
Dude,
SNL.
Lunch Lady.
Right, exactly. And then it dawned on me that he meant the drive-through chick from Taco Bell in Orlando at whatever show we were at, Suncoast Comic-Con. We show up like 15 minutes. Yeah, it's a real fucking thing. I'm not even playing. We show up like 15 minutes before close, and we order our food, and we get up to the drive-through window, and God bless her. God bless her. She was the cutest thing. Her shirt button was all the way down in between her breasts, and it was clinging for dear life. And she's like, oh baby, we're out of Baja Blast, we're real sorry. I'm like, trying to maintain eye contact. The only difference is that she had a bra on, thank Christ, because wow. But nobody was upset. They were out of Baja Blast. I was just like, you still got hot sauce, right? But yeah, and so I drew it, and it actually turned out pretty good. I was really excited.
It would be really cool if you could track her down on Facebook and be like, well, I did this drawing. No, I think it would be great.
No, baby. Look, I realize that I am mostly heterosexual, but like, even I'm weak. I'm like, oh no. Oh, like, it's funny. I talk a lot of game. Don't get me wrong, but like, no.
There's certain individuals who, regardless of what your sexuality is, you're just like, fuck, you're a magnificent specimen. Regardless.
Right?
I'll never have sex with you, but if I had to, I probably wouldn't argue that much.
we were at Amazing Las Vegas, and we're like, we made reservations at Bubba Gump because they could take a party of 20. And then we had more, and it was crazy. So we had to like rearrange. But anyway, so we're walking through the strip, and you know how busy and congested that is. I mean, it is just ass to ankles people, like, oh my God, just crazy amount of people. And every once in a while you walk past people out there on the street trying to get people into their club, right? Like they're burlesque dancers, they're showgirls, they're whatever, just dressed to the nines. Like, I don't know how they make it in those heels. And there was a set of like male strippers in chaps and a hat. And I was just like, oh my God. And then they saw my like naive ass and they're like, hey, baby. I'm like, It was awful. So Patrick Robinson's family, like, God bless them, they like got me in the crook of their arm and were guiding me, and these guys are in hot pursuit, like, hey baby, come back. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't. Like, I'm so spastic when it comes to like a pretty boy. I can't even. I'm all out of singles. I'm broke. Oh my God. I don't know what to say. Don't get in the way between me and food. Like,
Oh,
I need some food.
yeah, don't get between her and a cupcake.
Oh my God.
Now, we have gone for an hour and a half. So I do think we need to start to wind it down. Leanne, can you tell us about Fangs and why people should be picking it up?
They should be picking it up because Fang is cute.
As hell.
And he's a vampiric cat, and you've got like 3 more hours to back and get one of these. So
Nice.
Here, let's do this again. Because it's so freaking cute.
it's so cute. Oh my God. I got the proof in like literally yesterday.
But I don't remember this story. When he said my older sister took me to a strip club for my 16th birthday. One of the dancers poured a double shot in my mind when I was only expecting a single. Oh, in your mouth? Yeah, I'm like, they put it. What is that? I was like, is that like, right? I was like, is that some kind of fucking like euphemism?
Yes.
A double shot in my mind. A double shot in my mouth when I was only expecting a single. Wow. Well, there you go. Those were the days. Oh. Commanded by feline overlord to give pets and provide provide Kickstarter link. Fangs of Foul Play. Go back. Boom. Thank you. You're the man. Vampire cat sold. Yes, dude. Roger, you would love this. They had a shot bar with a barbed chair that leaned back. Oh, barber chair. That's fucked up. Okay. I know, right? Okay, so more about Fangs.
Oh yeah, like an actual pitch or something.
Yeah.
All right, so Fangs and Foul Play is a story of horror, justice, and a vampiric cat. It follows our main character is Richard, who's not the cat, sadly. And he's just trying to get away from bad people making him do bad things. And then he runs into Fang and becomes enthralled to a vampiric cat. So we're all trying to find out, how is he gonna get out of this? Is he gonna get out of this?
Now,
Well, okay, I know, but I'm not telling. So
I'm right. So
I do.
I'm not gonna. So this is a spoiler if you haven't read issue 0, but
it's free. You can go like sign up for my newsletter and download it.
Right. So in issue 0, Richard is trying to find a way to feed Fang, and so he gets him some chickens.
Oh no, that's 1.
Is that issue 1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He gets him some chickens. And so that's kind of where the name Fangs and Foul Play came from, playing off of the fowl a little bit. Are we going to play with more chickens or more ideas of fowl through the series?
I think the name did come before the chickens, but then the chickens were followed very closely after because I like a good pun. So he does say foul play in issue 2. There's no chickens. I don't know. The chickens, they'll probably come back sometime. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like always work in that phrase in each one.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, man, I can, well, you would have to, I don't know if I have your email, so you can send me your email, or I can just message you. I'll message you the link, buddy. I'll send it over Messenger or over Facebook. And then, of course, thank you, Wendy. Squeezem is up there, too. So, were we able to get you? Was there much movement during the broadcast?
What was that when I told you earlier?
I think it was like 75 backers. And
oh, we are just 1,800. Yeah, we're almost at 18, just shy.
Oh, cool. Okay. All right. So, there was some movement.
Yeah, 84 backers. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. 9 backers. Okay. That's awesome. Cool. Okay, dude. All right. Well, I'm sure not all of that was us, but there was some, so that's good.
I don't think I
and then
can track, like, you know.
right?
Yeah.
Can we assume a couple of those were from here?
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
You're a keeper,
Maybe half.
right? Oh, dude, I would take half any day. I would have taken less. You're too kind. April, squeeze them. Tell us all about it. Get everybody to want to go check it out.
It's an art book, so even if you don't like to read, you can really enjoy it. You can really enjoy it. You should get
Yeah,
to-
Steph. If you can't read,
template free though. Template free. I encourage those that enjoy creative adult entertainment style art. It's a good fit. This is not one of those things that you can pass to your kids. Please do not do that. It is not that book. But it is beautifully rendered. It's full color. Everything is from scratch. We've got amazing cover options from new artist Franco Woods. We've got Liaris Cross, who also is a comic artist on Ethereal, as well as her own book, which will be publishing in January, called Rain. We've got Trevor Grace with an option, and I feel like I'm missing one. Oh, Devin Massey. He did a last minute crossover. I got to do the emergency digital colors. Dun, dun, dun. And they're beautiful. They really are. I spent like 3 days with one sleepless night in there to make sure that it looked amazing. I was very happy with it. So there is a naughty version on the Squeeze Some campaign. There's a nicer version. It's not perfect. I mean, like, everything covered. No. There's lots not left to the imagination on that. So it's beautiful. Well, I tried to put a little lacy bra and some panties on her, but you're not missing out on anything. In fact, if you like lingerie, then that is the perfect one to get, because you see everything, but you also have that allure of a little tease with the lace as well. Anyway, it's beautiful.
Did you post it on Facebook?
I did.
I've been noticing you can get away with a little bit more than you used to on Facebook.
You know what? I'm about to jinx myself, I'm sure. But I've been 3 years into the throes of all of this, and I haven't been shadow banned once.
She'll go to Facebook jail in 2 years for that post.
What'd you say?
In 2 years, she'll go to jail.
Oh, yeah. Wendy says, in 2 years, you'll go to Facebook jail for that post.
So I did have one that was pulled yesterday or the day before, whenever Monday was. I was like, what is this? They were upset about the list. It didn't show anything. It was just the words. So I was like, oh, man, I'm about to have a string of them, because all of September was bam, 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 list. So, yeah, they're about to pull all of that shit.
Oh, man.
Art with it. It's a set of heels and a crop or something that's like listed in there. It's just words. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what this is why I do short and sweet campaigns.
That's smart.
Yeah, so we've got, I think, 12 days left on the campaign. I apologize that if somebody is new to the Squee After Dark universe, that you've already missed the I Came Early special. That ended Sunday. But we do have lots of art. We have lots of original art, as well as blank variant sketches, and, of course, the most beautiful cover art I think you'll find this side of the indie comics. We have holofoil options and the matte finished ones, and a new digital tier that I was talked into, because I have always been scared of putting straight up art into a digital format due to, art theft and stuff like that. Not that I'm worried about it so much, really, but it's just the principle of the idea. Yeah, you don't need an excuse to steal. I'm like, yeah. Okay. So anyway, the art is beautiful. You can take a look through the Kickstarter and see if it's something that might match well with you. You're also welcome to go to my Instagram, which is, I want to say, Reyna_art. Meow. Yes. Reyna, REYNA_art. You can also go to my personal page, which is April Reyna, just like what you see on the screen. And then I have a fan page on Facebook as well, Reyna.art, where I have all of my previous campaigns into their individual folders. And you can see the quality of art that you get. I really think that you'd be hard pressed to find anything of this quality at the price that you get, blah, 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 blah. And this particular book is not just a saddle stitched comic style art book. It is going to be perfect bound. And I've been assured that they use the utmost care and quality. I actually went and did a tour of their facility out in Tempe, Arizona. So I'm real excited about that. I am really looking forward to seeing how this campaign fares. Even if you don't purchase or it's not necessarily for you, please feel free to word of mouth it to someone who might. That's the only way that we do so well is by the shares, the likes, the referrals. And if anybody has gotten burned by Kickstarters in the past, I have ran this is my 4th campaign that I'm running, and the last 3 I've had 100% fulfillment. Like everything's been issued out. I really feel like I'm a good horse to back.
Nice. Now, it's funny that you mentioned the quality of the book, because I like that about both of you guys. Both of you are more than just I'm gonna write a good book. I'm gonna make sure that the art is amazing, all that kind of stuff. You also actually look at the actual physical product. And so, April, you were telling us about going perfect, binding, and all that kind of stuff. And I think that's absolutely amazing. And then LK, you're similar, wherein like you and I have very specific talks while making this book. Like I want it to be, the weight needs to be this much, and the style, like that's a very important part of the process for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gotta look and like feel nice,
Yeah. And I love that about both of you, because a lot of times, a lot of us, especially, when we're just doing, like when I'm doing Belial, I'm not necessarily, I want to get a fun, quick, cool, dirty book out there.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are like, there's nothing like the feel of satin paper against your face as you smell that new book smell. And I'm just like, dude, okay, you're right. You're totally right. But I just, whenever you're making a comic, you're just like, I just want this and this and this. Let's go. Get print. So I love that about both of you guys.
When I really feel like I need to touch stuff, I go to the art store, the legit art store. They have all of the watercolor papers and hot press and cold press papers into these what looks like mechanics style pull-out drawers. So you pull out the drawer, you can actually feel the paper. Oh my gosh. The ones that I usually get, the Reeves BFK, that is like $10 a sheet.
Wow. Have you ever bought one?
A stack of 10.
Ooh, girl.
You want to see it?
Yeah, okay. Roger wants to know what's the title. I think he's talking about Fangs. We have got Fangs and Foul Play issue 2 on Kickstarter right now. And then we also have Squeeze Some. You can see it in here, Squeeze Some. And then also further up is Wendy also, showed off. Here we go. And then Fangs and Foul Play issue 2. 0 through 2. Will there be a kinky story involving the smell and feel of paper? I would not be surprised if in the next book if you didn't have some creepy paper play.
Yeah, I'm the person if I'm at the bookstore picking out a book, I'm like, all right, which one is not, there's no dings on this book. And I tell you,
It's this size.
Holy
Yeah.
shit! And you said that's $10 for a sheet,
Yeah. You can
dude.
cut it down, and it's got good fiber material to it. It's awesome.
Or do you end up turning that into like say four pieces, or would you do it all on one? Or
It's too good for comics.
I feel ya.
Yeah, no, okay. So on my Instagram, you can scroll through, like, I want to say 4 years ago, I did my last piece of that, and it was a recreation of an Iranian tapestry where I went through and did a whole. Yeah, it took me. That was the second recreation that I had done. That one took me 70 hours to do. And then the first one took me 95 hours to do, but I was 8 months pregnant and I really just wanted to throw myself off a cliff. Like that was a lot to handle mentally. When I did my Lady Death cover, I did it on one of those sheets and then shrunk it down. But that size, I want to say, is 22 by 30 inches.
Sorry, I'm listening and I'm very interested, but my dog is wrestling with my and look at this. All I have to do is just move this just a little bit, and yeah, you can see his ear, which is covering the two of you. I have to keep moving his ear so that I can see the two of you on my screen. Because he is done and he just wants to sleep in front of Dad.
Yes.
Like right in front.
Right.
He's like a 60-pound cat. Fuck.
Yep.
So we got to talk about both of you guys. We got to talk about your amazing project process.
Chuck went topsy-turvy.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we got to talk about your amazing processes, your awesome work. Real quick, let's talk about where people can track you guys down. April, where can we find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram and on Facebook. And here is that.
All right.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm also available through Ethereal Comics. So especially if you have somebody that is wanting to try to get, out there as far as cover artist, sequential art, colorist, whatever, by all means, reach out to us. Let us know who you are, and so we can keep an eye out for upcoming talent coming into the industry. Like I said, I grew up, all of a sudden was like, wow, I'm an adult, and I haven't been paying attention for the last couple of years. I want to know who those up-and-coming artists are. We want to give them all a chance. So if you can't find me through Instagram or Facebook, please reach out to Ethereal Comics, and we will do our best to take a look and see who you are and where you are. We'll be hopefully at a major convention in a nearby state near you.
Sweet. Leanne, what about yourself?
All right, so fangsandfoulplay.com takes you to the Kickstarter. When there's not a Kickstarter going, it goes to other cool Fang stuff. Headlessgnomes.com is my website, which I do actually have the store up on, but I haven't been promoting it because I had to worry about the Kickstarter first. Social, you can find me at either LK Ingino or Headless Gnomes. So because I'm also a poet and I just had my poetry book come out. So I do multiple stuff on my LK Ingino stuff because that's just all me, and Headless Gnomes is all comics. And for now, I want to do other stuff, but time, money.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm so glad I was able to get the two of you into this room together. I love a good happy accident, and this was definitely one of them. I just love hanging out with both of you. Sign up for Leanne's newsletter. It's awesome. You don't hear that about a lot of newsletters, so that's very nice of Wendy. So yeah, dude, guys, thank you so much. I loved having you both here. I love hanging out with both of you, and I've got to do a lot of it, and yet not enough. So we will definitely all have to hang out more and more.
Thank you for sharing your spotlight with me, Leanne.
Oh yeah, no, thank you.
Guys, thank you for coming out. Seriously, both of you. Next week, we've got Edward Davis, who's working on his book, Immortal Era. and Immoral Era. I'm all excited by the
Might as well show up
Kicktober.
for that one too.
Come on up for that one. I'm sure you'll have something to say. Yeah, Immortal Era. Great book, great dude. We're gonna have a blast. As always, it's me, Chuck. You know where the fuck to find me because you're here. My name is Chuck, and I give a fuck. Take care, everybody.